Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please continue to enjoy your dessert. And I invite you to turn your attention to the podium, to the screens, for a special tribute to Richard Payne, our John B. Francis Chair.
We are dealing with people and people who are connected in a community, and those are important values that need to be upheld as we try to build the highest quality systems of health care that care for persons with illness, not just care for diseases.
Richard Payne was a big guy, a big man, not just physically, but in terms of his heart, in terms of his caring, his compassion.
He had this deep respect for the human spirit. I was so admiring of him because he lived that. He lived that as a physician, he lived it as a teacher, he lived it as a mentor. And I think he inspired all of us.
Dr. Payne was a giant. He practiced the art of medicine, even more so than the science of medicine. I believe that's what set him apart.
He was a gentleman, he was a scholar, he was a whale of a physician. He loved his patients.
All he wanted was to do what was right, what was in the best interest of the patient in front of him, the student in front of him. That's what he sought, and that's what he leaves us.
People are people. They're not a collection of molecules and tissues and organs, right? So we have to understand what that person with the disease or illness really wants to accomplish.
It was important for us to have someone of his stature. He was the John B. Francis Chair.
John B. Francis was an early member of our board and a remarkable man, much like Richard, actually.
And in the chair, we wanted someone who had the highest professional standards, of course, but also someone who had empathy for those in need or in pain or in distress of any sort, and those really concerned with ethical problems, particularly in medicine. And I think Richard certainly exemplified all of those qualities.
We knew the kind of depth and conviction, integrity, dignity that he would bring to his work. He challenged us, he inspired us many times over.
When he joined the center, he was in his early 60s and, very physically vibrant and healthy. But I think it was a place in his life. He was thinking about this third chapter in life and what would that be. And I think it was maybe a match made in heaven, literally.
Access to the highest quality of care should be accessible to everyone, not just a privileged few.
The most excited I would see him get was about our duty to make sure that the underserved were not forgotten.
Richard and I exchanged more conversation about justice in the area of medicine, medical care, and disparities of care than probably any other topic.
I think that his legacy will also be that he touched lives through his family, through the people that he has loved, and through his God.
He was a faith doer in terms of integrity, ethics, honor, sensitivity, caring, compassion, all those virtues. He lived those out on a daily basis.
He was so loved and so admired that it'll take a while for us to heal from the loss. He would want us to go on. I know he would. He'd want us to be stronger than ever.
Cherish those memories and cherish that there was such a man named Richard Payne that walked upon the earth.
Rich was a dear friend to everyone in this room, whether you knew him or not. He served as the chair of John B. Francis Chair from 2012 through 2019. He was an oncologist who was diagnosed with cancer in December, just this past December. He recognized the seriousness of his particular diagnosis, but also its rarity. He was able to share the holidays with his wife, children, and grandchildren, and friends, but died unexpectedly from complications on January 3rd. Tonight, we are honored to have Terry, his wife, his adult children, and their spouses with us, Susan and Will, and Ellie and Rich, and along with them, about 15 family members and dear friends. Tomorrow, we will honor his life and them with a service at the Community Christian Church at 10 o'clock. You're all invited to join us. There are really no words for us in this loss, but we want you all to know that we will live with his inspiration in making sure that we honor his life in the services and offerings of the center in the future. I would like to extend my appreciation to Terry and the family for being here, and would once again invite you to share our appreciation.